the way that he played it, he was playing it very pokey, and then after he got the opportunity, he's going. But we're going into the match right now, Vash versus Hope.
This is an interesting matchup. We have Sora versus Incineroar. Sora with Incineroar with his famous ladder combos, going all the way up to the top and then making sure he controls the ledge. I hate dealing with Incineroar. He's got his nasty command grabs, his command grab that, like I mentioned, that ladder combo is just insane. It's so annoying to deal with. But we also have Sora, that his utility, his arsenal is very, it's very difficult to deal with even if you are expecting it. I mean, he's such a floaty character. His movement's really weird. It's hard to predict where he's going to be. He's got some of the most spammable attacks in the game, all of which are fairly safe to use. And I like seeing really, really good Sora players. I think he's underrepresented. I can already see this player. He's really trying to go for more interesting setups, and I'm all for that, honestly.
And I have to be honest with you. I mean, some of the combos I've seen with a lot of Sora players, they do come from like the actual game itself. And Vash already taking one stock away, already showing himself, hey, I'm a Incineroar. I'm the one who's going to be taking this match. I mean, look, and also the fact, what I was about to say, the combo game that Hope has, or just Sora in general, it actually does emulate from the actual game itself, where you're able to purposely cancel your jump in order to start a new combo after. And
no,
controller disconnect
to the game. It looks like they're just going to go ahead and continue where they left off. They're not going to do a reset. Hope is unfortunately not. He's falling behind right now. He's at 53, able to get the stock from Vash, able to take that with his back air and getting a quick 45 with just a couple of hits.
What a beautiful back air into that combo. I mean, you have to say that, like, these games are for one, they're not as one-sided as most tourneys usually are. There's actually some back and forth in these games, and you've seen it. Like this last game, I mean, it went to all the way to what's it called? All the way to game 3.
Game 3,
We've never seen that within stream before. So for today, and it's insane. So I really like the back and forth. It does really make these games have a lot of more weight to it. And Incineroar hitting one nice back air, and hopefully he's going to do something to mess with Sora a little bit here.
Okay.
And Hope just took another stock away from Vash, and Vash is like, nope, I grabbed you and I'm taking you up top. It just already gone at that point.
Yeah, that was insane. I noticed that like you were just mentioning a second ago, you were talking about the back and forth, right? And immediately, calling out one attack or calling out one stock with another, answering right back. That's kind of how this game has been going so far. Right now, we have Vash in the lead pretty dominantly at the moment. I mean, dealing with Incineroar, he's such a high power hitter, super annoying to deal with, and really easy to take stocks. I mean, Hope has been at kill percent for the past 30%, honestly. And that might do it. Able to DI successfully and get right into the corner, able to survive that hit. But
already, Incineroar responded with a revenge into a forward air. He's like, hey.
Sora, but something I didn't know is that, at least on small battlefield, it hits through stage when you angle it just right. I know Vash got caught a couple of times with that, and then he noticed, he's trying to do this. Let me see if I can catch him with a revenge.
And even then, I mean, the fact that, he's able to respond, like a character like Incineroar is able to respond to that perfectly, and it's up to his own benefit, getting another revenge again, but getting comboed by Hope. I mean, Incineroar is one of those characters that I'm glad that he has some sort of mechanic like that, where it's like, hey, hit me. I don't care that you hit me. I'm going to hit you back harder. And even then, you can see that with Hope already at 100%.
Yeah, honestly, it's so dangerous to be at this percent. It's so dangerous to be trapped and put in a disadvantageous position by Incineroar. He's, like we mentioned, such a heavy hitter. This is no problem, honestly, for him to get a stock at this point. There's no problem.
And even then, I was looking into Vash right now. Was one thing that I really do love about him as a player right now. he doesn't care about and taking a nice forward air, taking Hope down to 2 stocks. I mean, I really love Incineroar as a character just for the fact that he's like, hey,
Oh, what was
hit
that?
me.
Was that a forward air?
I think
a
that
forward tilt?
was. Yeah, that was a really nice way to equal it out. I didn't even know that. And
I didn't know
this
the
is-
2 framed.
And that's one of the nice talents that each of the characters have, or not characters, sorry, players, my bad, that each of the players have that we're not going to be able to see just here locally, but everywhere, where people just learn their characters to the point where it's like, hey, I'm going to poke you, I'm going to do things that you might not know about that character, because they just have so much that you might have never seen before with different characters.
Yeah, that was talking about knowing your character. Hope is perfectly spacing the Blizzaga out, using it to try to catch an aggressive approach from Vash. I noticed he called out the Vash's Alolan Whip, the side B, just with a Blizzaga, just to freeze him, and then was able to get a free up air out of that as soon as he broke out.
And I have to be honest with you, the fact that Vash and Hope are just so equal. Even then, like, Vash did take one game, but each game has just been very, very equal. I mean, you do have to admit that, like, every game has been really equal so far. And
Yeah.
Vash just grabbing Sora and just being like, hey, get out of my stage.
Just a blind grab and back throw, that'll seal the stock. All of Incineroar's throws do so much damage. I mean, he's designed as a grappler character. Hope trying to time that right to catch him as he was coming out. Unfortunately, not quite able to time it correctly.
And you do have to admit, I mean, Vash is, like, you know, Incineroar is a grab character, but there's one thing I haven't seen was just that side B. I mean, he's been using side B to do recovery, to get around the stage and stuff like that, but he has been just using it as a movement utility rather than like an actual move, which is really, really interesting.
Yeah, I noticed he hasn't been spamming it, which is great. I know a lot of Incineroar players kind of spam the side B, which, I mean, it's a valid move. It's a great way to seal stocks. It does tons of damage, especially with Revenge. It's at for Sora, I probably had 60 you could probably kill with an Alolan Whip at ledge. Maybe even less. And I like that he's using he uses his Revenge more than the Alolan Whip to try to just build up, use it as a kind of a pseudo counter, just to get as a get off me option against Hope.
I really do like it that he's just not trying to just use it to try to, I guess, how you explain it. He uses it as basically like a Street Fighter 6 parry move where while you're walking forward, you can parry and you can just keep going forward if you do a perfect parry. And I really do respect this Incineroar player for that, because he's not just being like, hey, like, there's a projectile player and one big hit.
Oh my God,
that
that was
DI'd.
excellent DI. I was actually not expecting to spread that. That was really nice.
I'm hoping to see Vash do some big hit right now. I mean, both of them are basically at kill percent. Anything can happen right now.
Well, that kill, no, not quite. Getting the sour spot on the dash attack. Able to survive. Getting back on stage. Incineroar now has Revenge online. Any attack will basically take the stock at this point. Getting caught by the side B from Sora.
And even then, I mean, Vash.
Oh my God, this could be it. Oh, mistiming it just barely.
Both of them are scrambling, and both of them are just trying to play safe.
Get
Wait, a
caught up
beautiful
by a
forward air by Vash.
Oh man,
Beautiful.
oh wow, that was.
Look, this is one of the
super
Incineroar.